All right. Awesome. What is up, people? Beautiful people watching right now. We do have a Zoom chat going. That is the live event. And we also do have people on YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. So if you guys are watching right now live, I definitely encourage you guys to let us know if you're listening. Let us know if you're watching. Drop a little something in the chat. Show some love. You're probably not watching right now because it just went live. And but you might be watching in the future. So let us know if you're watching at some point in the future. Today is Monday, December 21st. And my name is Richie Marufo. I am the project director of the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. And since the pandemic has been here, we started doing online open mics every Monday that I dubbed the stay-at-home open mic. And that's what we're doing. We're just trying to create a community of support from the comfort of our own homes, our living rooms, our bedrooms, our garages, whatever you guys are, studio spaces. But really, this is a platform, it's a stage. So we're going to hear people's words, their art, their music, their comedy, a little bit of everything. Expect a little bit of everything. And other than that, it's also a platform, so people are going to be encouraged to share their social media if you want to connect with them, or any projects like books, publications, maybe some interviews or podcasts that they were recently part of. The whole point is just to kind of draw more audience and support each other in those regards. What else? I'm trying to remember. We do have a T-shirt. I had a whole commercial and everything, but we'll play it next week, next Monday. I believe that'll be our last open mic of 2020, online open mic for us. I'll check on that. But we do have T-shirts. I'm gonna drop the link in the Zoom chat and the YouTube chat. So if you guys want to, if you've ever wanted to donate to this cause, that's actually a really cool way to donate because it does help fund. We get the money. We get most of that money, a good percentage of that money, and you get a T-shirt. It's a pretty cool design, I think, a poetic design. And with that said, we do have a full list of performers. We're going to try and get everyone on their time. I just do want to say that this is what we value, your free speech and creativity. It's just like any other event. You don't, like, if someone's up there in an actual show, you can't just walk up and take the mic from them, right, and start spouting what you want to spout or saying what you want to say. So we want to respect the mic. That's a term we use at open mics and poetry slams. Respect the mic. So, give the poet their chance, their stage, their voice. Don't interrupt. But other than that, we do want you to be loud in support. And so you guys can make lots of noise. If you're in a Zoom chat, I definitely encourage you guys to unmute and make some noise after someone's done. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can make some noise in other ways, right? Go clickety-clackety on that keyboard and drop some emojis, right? How are you feeling? Is it a funny poem? Drop some laughing emojis. Make it cry. Laugh, cry, right? I don't know. If something's funny, drop the little clown emojis. Or maybe not. I don't know. That's kind of more disrespect. Don't do it if it's not funny. But the flames are always good to go. The 100, let us know how you feel. But I'm going to go ahead and move along. Like I said, just respect the mic and each other. I'm going to go ahead and hand things over. We do have a special guest host today. She is styling and profiling. We have the poet Khan Rass Fiyaa in the house. Yo, how you doing? Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Hey, everyone. Thank you for coming to our... Okay. Thank y'all for coming to the December 25th virtual open mic. I am your host, the poet Khan Rass Fiyaa, and I'm so blessed to be with you guys tonight. If I can, just to kind of, let's see how we want to start the mood off here. I'm going to do a cover poem. Let me get out of this so I can see y'all, because I need to see reactions. Okay, so this is a poem by a pen that I admire. I call him the Passion Assassin because what we do is a big deal, and he makes sure that we are safe and able to do that, and I appreciate him for that. So this is from none other than Kit Ren. Kit ran away. Yes. And this is one of my favorite poems of his because I think we've all felt this way, and I just really love how he put this. So, and I want to say I apologize. This is my first time reading it, but prayer for the mutilators of the world. May all your faith be misplaced. May all your weaknesses be flashing and obvious. May the parts of you've chosen to starve still shuffle on, malnourished but nagging like a certain cricket. May you come to a moment of contrition and sorrow, and may your path to rehabilitation be inconvenient and daunting, so that we can be firm in your sincerity. Forgiveness is available for everyone, but you have to seek it. And we must be sure you didn't stumble and blind. And we must be sure you didn't stumble in blind and accidental. May you look around and see yourself alone and understand how counterfeit your brotherhood is. Yukio Mishima, the only fascist worth remembering, put into the mouth of his last character, if he was not real, I am no longer sure if I am even an I. I am not asking you to commit harakiri as Mishima did. It's complicated and expensive. And even your blood won't get out of my genes. But I want you to sit with that question. Am I an I? May it pop into your head every time that night comes. May it pop into your head every time that night becomes morning. May it visit you at every silent place. May it haunt you and stall you at the crucible as you starved kindness, as your starved kindness cries for water. I didn't mean to just start us off in a dark spot, but I'm showing love for a Kit and this poem. I love that poem. We've all felt that before for someone. And I just love how he put that. So that's some cover love for poem for the night. Yeah. Okay, starting that off. Okay, so then let's take it on a high note, okay? This is something I wrote in Miss Donna's workshop. My workshop, but my workshop in her workshop, the one I did for her. You know what I'm saying? This is called Caged Bird. He names the sky his own. He flies free, coming and going to and fro, knowing no confinement, alignment and perfect execution, free to be the sky. The caged bird is trampled by the herd, knows his words are not radioed for the masses, so he echoes his bellows in silence. Someday, the tune. Singing to the sun at noon with tales of longing to be free. Singing greetings to the sun at noon with a trillful tune, longing to be free. Yes. Agree with my choices here. Well, I mean, no, this is good. We're doing good. I'm loving on Miss Donna and Miss Kit, Mr. Kit. I don't have a drink, so that's why I'm a little not right. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So Thank y'all so much for coming and hanging out tonight. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let me pull up the list. Okay. We're going to have Miss Leslie Becker with some music. Hi, Miss Becker.
Hey.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Doing good. Excited to hear some of your serenade tonight. Some of your cello bliss. Is it a cello? I'm so sorry. It is a cello,
It is
right?
a cello.
Great. Some cello bliss. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Please take over when you're ready.
Oh, thank you so much. So last week I asked all of you guys for requests of your favorite holiday songs, and there were 4 of them. So here are your requests, or interpretations of them, I guess. I don't know. This is a song called "It Was on a Starry Night" that someone requested. So. And also by request, I don't typically think of this as a holiday. Well, holiday, yes, but not December holidays. I usually think of this as a Halloween or Day of the Dead. But someone mentioned it as one of their favorites, and it's one of mine too. So, Danse Macabre, Camille Saint-Saëns.
Yeah, awesome.
The last thing I have for you tonight is also by request. I'm sorry, I just blanked on the title of this song. It's called Christmas. Anyway. Let me play the right notes. Watching it fall, lots of people around. Baby, please come home. The church bells in town are ringing in song, full of happy sounds. Baby, please come home. They're singing Deck the Halls, but it's not like Christmas at all. 'Cause I remember when you were here and all the fun we had last year. Pretty lights on the tree, I'm watching them shine. You should be here with me. Baby, please come home. They're singing Deck the Halls, but it's not like Christmas at all. 'Cause I remember when you were here and all the fun we had last year. If there was a way, I'd hold back this tear, but it's Christmas Day. Please, 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 baby, please come home. Baby, please come home. I need you right here. Baby, please come home.
Hello, Christmas, man. Wow. Please come home. That was beautiful, Miss Becker. Yes, ma'am. I'm a little flushed. I really enjoyed that. Tell us how we can follow you and support you. If you have a Cash App, Venmo, or any of that, you can put it in the chat as well.
I'm easy. Just come find me on Facebook, and I usually share what I'm doing there. And happy solstice to everybody. Hope everybody stays warm and happy and healthy through the longest night of the year.
Amen. Happy solstice. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Becker. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, let's see. Next we have Miss Donna Snyder. Going to be sharing some poems with us, some words with us. Hi there. So good to have you.
Happy solstice, everybody.
Happy solstice.
For the dark time, I will pierce the night with poetry Each poet's work an ever-living star that I can move, shuffling the firmament like tarot cards. Even the darkest, bluest poems bring me illumination, suffused with a sort of joy, the opposite of schadenfreude. They can write on war, race, or suicide, but no matter. The intricate eloquence enswoons me. The clarity and familiarity comfort me. I am here in this desert, and I am connected to these people. Here, the antepasados left their mark on stones and hills. I am reminded that somewhere my name is etched and protected. Gonzago, Donna was here. See how she writes by the light of poets gone before. The night sky holding infinity and peace. Poets become stars illuminating the dark. Thank you.
Come stars illuminating the dark. Yes, ma'am. Do you have another one to share with us?
Well, I do. For the dark time. For the dark time, I wish to take with me blue glass warmed by wax, gathering as the candles gives its life that we may see. For the dark time, I wish to take with me many candles. For the dark time, I wish to take with me the sound of words sniffing the air like wild beasts just before they flee, winged messages over the other world and through it, reminding me the moon yet shows its other side. And to the tortured boy poets perpetually dressed in black regardless of the season, disaffected, alienated by popular culture, commercialism, one more girl gone wrong, she didn't call, you did, she had the gall to laugh with someone other than you. Muchachos, poetas, sinvergüenzas todos, pero su poesía makes me drunk with the fervent passion of bleak emotions. I don't know why, but wherever I live, it's the muchacho poets who are my friends. My own age peers caught up in the most recent way I've transgressed their desire for the more circumspect, the more comfortable. They blanch and retreat from the image, God pulling the world from between her legs, Venus rising from the prairie grasses with a thick waist, dark roots, and black lace underwear. So I gravitate like the moon who pulls the tides and makes the blood in women flow and ebb toward los muchachos poetas y su banda de los desafectados, all dressed in black, and sin vergüenzas, drunk on words, drunk on poetry, drunk like me.
I'm typing in the chat. Come on, Miss Donna. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. You want to tell us about your publications and what you got going on?
Oh, well, I had a couple of things published last week.
Yes.
In fact, one of them was, I read recently here about my grandmother dying and her black and white TV in the Hollywood squares. And that was published in Miriam Sagan's blog, Miriam's Well, last week. And she accepted 3 poems and will be featuring the other 2 on other weeks after the new year. And she'll be presenting a workshop for Tumble Words in January as well, which is very exciting. Take a look at her bio note, which was actually a modest and abbreviated version of it. I'm real excited to have her featuring my work. I'm super excited to be featuring her at a workshop for Tumble Words. I created Tumblewords in the image of writing groups led by Miriam Sagan in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So that was cool. And then I had another long, well, short, actually, a page long, prose poetry piece called When Her Twin Died. And that was published in a thing out of Riverside, California called, I forget, something. Anyway, it's posted on my page and on my poetry page. And that was pretty cool because I wrote it a long while back in 2015 when my girl Frida died, and then in February of lymphoma, and then her sister Tina died in September of lung cancer, and those two boxers were just really an amazing couple of girls. And I wrote it back then, but it recently got accepted a year ago or so, and finally published recently as of last week. So that was pretty cool. But I'm especially excited about the upcoming workshops in Tumblewords as well, with Maria Perez writing on the dark side of the moon about depression, and Miriam Sagan and Monica Gomez about color and spectrum. And at the end of the month, Carlos Fidel Espinosa will be presenting something to do with David Bowie. So lots of good things coming up. Thanks for having me here. I want to say thanks to Richie for doing this so many years now and spreading it onto the internet, which has made it possible to have our buddies out in the East Coast and the West Coast and the Northwest and whatnot be with us. And thank you, Erica, for your time here today and all the other work you do as well.
Awesome. Thanks, Donna.
Thank you, Miss Donna. Miss Donna, awesome. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. We are going with Mr. Jeff.
Right here.
Hi there. We are in Canada, yes? Do I remember correctly?
We are, yes, indeed. Yeah.
Hi there. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing good. So glad to have you.
Yeah, glad I could make it again.
Yes.
All right.
Take the floor when you're ready.
All right, then. So the first one I'm going to, well, if I have time for more than one, the one I'm going to do now is for people who are looking to monetize their passion or their hobby in writing poetry. It's called How to Make Money in Poetry. So it's a little education for you. I look in your eyes, and I see the shadows of eternities. They call to me like a wild wolf in the desert, like a burning hunger that cries in the night, like an autumn breeze dancing gently on my soul's white grave, like a whispered secret in the dawn of the sunset, like a sweaty-toothed cat ablaze in the midnight sun. I look in your eyes, and my heart races like a bitter fawn in the manger. And all I want to feel is your soft and gentle touch, as soft and gentle as the touch of Beauregard. Beauregard. Only the soft, cottony touch of Beauregard offers the complete satisfaction you want. No other bathroom tissue guarantees such high quality and fast savings. Soft as a kitten, gentle as a lamb, smooth as a newborn baby's skin. America loves Beauregard toilet paper like no other. The preferred bathroom tissue of this year's national bobsled team. Go Biscuits! Beauregard toilet paper is available in 8 or 16 rolls or in the jumbo pack. Ask your local supermarket which size is right for your needs. Beauregard. Now back to the poem. We feel our breaths mingle in the air, and I can taste the sweet flavor of love in your destiny, like the sweat of a rhino yearning for better days, like the heart of a child beating for the memories of sour dolls, like the horns of a thief in the night shrieking for the ends of time, like the heat of a golden calf throbbing to the rhythm of the moon. We feel our breaths mingle in the air, and as a shuddering eye blinks in the Memphis sky, I feel myself crawl inside you with graceful symmetry, and I hold you close, treasuring your body and soul like a jewel, like precious jewelry from Nutty Neal's. Because Nutty Neal pays cash for your used jewelry. Cash, cash, cash. Gold rings, gold earrings, diamonds, silver, pearls, rhinestone. He'll give you cash. Why wait? Go now to your jewelry box. Bust open your safe deposit box. Bring all your jewels to Nutty Neal, and he'll give you the best deals in town. Even if it's broken or scrap, he'll buy it. With the deals he gives you, you'll have to wonder if he's nuts. Maybe he is. Call 905-555-NUTY right now, or drop by the shop at 663 Eglinton Avenue. This is not a front for anything sinister. Nutty Neal's Jewelry Emporium. Now back to the poem. I feel my love burst in a nutmeg explosion, kissing the night with a rainbow Nelson and a titter, like a filtered hallmark choking on the words of life, like a tricycle passenger with a nostril in heat, like a vampire shark and all that it represents to God, like an albatross that bought the wrong bus ticket while drunk, like a false witness to the deans of your ad could be right here. We're selling ad space in this poem, and this lot could be yours. With our help, you can reach new markets for your product or service. Advertise with us, and we will keep your business competitive and profitable. Great rates available for 30-second spots, 1-minute spots, even 2-minute spots. For a reasonable extra charge, we'll even grant you influence over the poem's content and themes. To learn more about how this poem can help your team maximize your revenue over the next fiscal year, call 1-800-555-POEM. Now back to the poem. To the deans of eternity, I surrender myself and pledge my love to you. This poem was brought to you by Bargain Jimmy's Chicken Nuggets. Bargain Jimmy's, serving you and your family prime chicken nugget goodness since 1953. Thank you. That was How to Make Money in Poetry.
Splendid, as always. Please share another one.
Sure, okay. This one's slightly more recent. It's called Kirchner's Groovy Style. Kirchner wasn't like the others. Oh no, he had his own style. He followed his own vibe. He was a lone werewolf marching to the tune of his own cellist, out in center field with the shortstops and the running backs, an odd man in with the enfants horribles, if you catch the jib of my drift. Kirchner had a groovy style, and none of his colleagues could match it. He thought they were all suckers, squares, conformist slaves, gutless wonders stuck between a rut and a hard drive, if you feel the lick of my hat. Cats, you got to adopt a groovier style like me, he told his colleagues every day. That's why you don't stand out. That's why you blend into the background with all the bugs and the rocks and the stuff. See, when you got a groovy style like mine, you don't need to waste no time with preparation. You don't need to plan ahead when you trust in your skills and knowledge. You don't need to put on no mask or wear no protective equipment or even wash your hands. You just dive right into it and move with the flow in your head, Fred. And his colleagues would always stare at him with dumbfounded faces, their small, petty minds unable to grasp the grooviness of his style, if you catch the grunt of my hogweed. One was always sure to say, but you really should wash your hands before you begin, Dr. Kirchner, or something like that, but he never let it faze him. His buzz was too strong to burst from such cold, dull logic. Fellow babies, he would say, when you got a groovy style like mine, you don't need a plan, Stan. You don't need a course of action, Jackson. You don't need a map, Plap. You don't even need to know the nature of the patient's illness. Why? Why tone down your buzz with such a snooze fest? Just trust in your soul, slice them open, stick your hands in the goo and do what feels right. And that's what Kirchner would do every time. All patients got the same treatment. Whether they were expecting a heart transplant or an appendectomy, Kirchner saw every one of them as a pure equal, if you get the nuts of my Rolodex. Everybody got a taste of the Kirchner groove, whether his colleagues approved or not. Surgery, man, he always said, bobbing his head from side to side with a saucy grin. Surgery! Don't ever let the man tell you it's a cold, precise discipline that needs years of study and practice. The man's lying to you. Surgery's an art form, Norm. You got to feel your way into it. You got to listen to your muse. You got to let the vibe of the room dictate where you're going to go. I only listen to the vibe. If the vibe tells me third lung, I'm slapping a third lung on the mother, no matter what the squares say. Vibe tells me, man, that spleen, it ain't jiving with my beat. You can bet your little hiney I'm tearing out that spleen and eating it raw for dinner. Vibe tells me the world is ripe for some experimentation. Man, you never know what you're gonna wake up with. If the muse orders me to, I will turn your face into a literal Picasso painting. See, I don't give a horse's funny bone about the rules, Jules. I don't have to follow convention. Surgery's not a job. Surgery's not a profession. Surgery is an adventure. And it was an adventure many lucky souls shared with Kirchner. If you catch the lump of my Hassenpfeffer, if you get the stern of my arrow, if you know the grunt of my clampet. So the next time you're walking down your local boulevard and you spot a man with 5 ears, or a lady with no neck, or a horse with no name, or just a cemetery, you will know you're looking at the fruits of Kirchner's groovy style. Kirchner's groovy style. There we go.
Heck yes. Your delivery and performance, man, is superb. I really appreciate that. I learned recently that memorization is a weapon in the poet world, and it's really awesome when you just deliver it off the paper. So I really appreciate that in your performance.
Thank you.
Tell us how we can support you and follow you.
Okay, well, you can find me at jeffcottrell.com, and I'm easy to find on Facebook and Twitter. I have some work in progress short fiction on my Wattpad site. I have a CD for sale. You could PayPal me for that. Let me know if you're interested. And as Richie just pointed out in the chat, I am in this week's episode of the Poets and Muses podcast. So I will put the SoundCloud link in the chat for that.
One time for Poets and Muses. And thank you so much for being here with us, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
So our next guest here, do we have Flowing River in the house? A Flowing River, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, do we? That's a good question. I want to know. Rivers?
Hey. No, okay. All righty. Okay. All right, we're going to move on to Mr. Generalissimo. Mr. Franco, where are you, sir? Are you, am I on mute?
I'm right here, Miss.
I see you.
I'm right here, Miss Poet Khan. Ooh, I love that hat. I want a hat just like that.
Right? I thought
about one of those ones made from the paper, from like the paper fibers.
Sorry?
That one of the ones where they make it from like the wood or paper fibers. You know what I'm talking about?
It's a little hard. I'm not sure.
No, it's like a strange kind of straw hat, but it's made from recycled stuff. It's really cool looking though. I love the design of it.
Thank you so much.
I'm a hat man, so I know my stuff. I like my hats. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to pull this crap up. Did I make a thing? Okay, I'll just go from here then. See what I can do. Got a whole lot of new stuff recently. Since the last time I was here. This is called One More Reason Charlotte Regretted Not Having Daughters.
New stuff.
One more reason Charlotte regretted not having daughters. Charlotte's boys built a snowman while she cooked her famous pineapple white chocolate snow day flapjacks. As the kids smothered maple, cardamom, coconut cream on the jacks, she noticed a band of fuchsia on the snowman. She layered up in long johns, fleece sweats, ski socks, and vinyl knee-high snow boots. Charlotte tromped through post-blizzard snow to discover her $250 designer cashmere scarf on the snowman. The water damage was irreparable, according to the dry cleaner. After the snow melted, she handed her eldest son a spade to dig a grave. She had her youngest son play taps on a kazoo while the middle son recited "The Lord is my shepherd" in its entirety. The cashmere scarf was buried in a Havanista cedar cigar box coffin. For posterity, her husband videotaped the only funeral for a scarf in modern history. During the ceremony, Charlotte drank from a goblet filled with farm fresh apple cider she secretly wished was rum. This next piece is called The Least Sweetest Fruit on Planet Earth. I am a connoisseur of sour grapes. To be palatable, sour grapes must always be sweetened and or spiced up exponentially. Making sour grape jelly takes an inordinate amount of sugar. To ferment sour grapes, one must submerge them in at least 1.5 times the volume of raw honey for at least a month. Sour grapes are most often used for vinegar, but the vinegar can only be used in small amounts. No matter how sour grapes are consumed, no matter how sour grapes taste in their altered state, sour grapes are still sour grapes. Sour grapes will always cause heartburn in one way or another. The next piece is called Enveloped. And I did this in a workshop. It was a persona piece. They gave us a bunch of inanimate objects to do poems about. This is called Enveloped. I wish I could choose what they fill me with. What they choose to fill me with will decide my quality of life. If it's a utility bill or property tax notice, I will be unceremoniously ripped apart in frustration. If it's some sort of sweepstakes, I will likely be tossed straight in the trash can. If I contain a political solicitation, I will be crumpled to the point of ruin. If I had a choice, it would be a love letter. One, a young woman spritzed with expensive perfume, maybe jasmine, bergamot, or rose with a tinge of sandalwood. The man will see her pretty cursive writing and carefully open me with a steak knife or letter opener. He will save her letter and place me in a cedar cigar box with other love letters his children will discover after his death and decide to publish as a book that will become a Broadway play. Thank you. This one is called Side Effects. Oh, this one I wrote during Tumblewords. Oh, listen to that. Side Effects. Yeah, and that is, of course, run by Donna, done by amazing different people every single week. I think that both Kit and Richie are doing some next year. So, and Poet Khan did one a while back. So, Side Effects of Anonymous Cactus Flowers. I will traverse the desert as an animal not native to its environs. I will attempt to draw water from a cactus for survival's sake. I will respect its ability to perform acupuncture on me against my will. I will hope its fruits and flowers will provide me with sustenance. I might find food that will cause me to soar above my body with my spirit animal in a blackened night sky lit only by a winking moon trying to transform itself from 7/8 to Mac the Knife, crooning like Nat King Cole. But my spirit animal guide will graze La Luna with its talon as a reminder to the mischievous celestial imp that its role in my journey is set in stone. And do I have time to pick up one more piece? Khan, or do you want me to stop?
You go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna have to dig it out real quick. And I know it's should be readily available here about yellow belly sapsuckers. Okay, here we go. What kind of sap do yellow belly sapsuckers suck? Somehow I have taken to the color yellow in my middle-aged years. Throughout my life, I've been enamored with red, then forest green, then rust, then fluorescent green, then gold, then orange, but yellow? People who equate yellow with cowardice in the bellies of sapsuckers don't comprehend the fact that how yellow is the sun. The same sun that allows us to see, that nurtures us with vitamin D, that provides a needed ingredient for our food to rise from the ground, that allows flowers to bloom and teaches us there are too many forms of beauty to count in an entire lifetime. These flowers feed honeybees that transport nectar to various locales, feeding the plants that feed the humans, providing sustenance with a side of sweet, sticky honey. Gracias, everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much
That's
for
awesome,
sharing.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Tell us how we can follow you and support you, your Instagram handle and whatnot.
Okay, well, I'm generally, I'm sorry. I'll put that in I'll put it in the chat. It's Brian Ira Franco on Facebook and GNRLSMO on Instagram. And thank you very much, everyone, for your time.
Awesome.
And thank you, Richie. And thank you, Miss Poet Khan. And thank you, Donna, for giving us every Saturday at Tumblewords.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Next, we have Miss Robin Schofield.
Thank you. Thank you, Poet Khan.
Thank you.
All right. I decided the solstice was a good time to reflect about time. So this is my poem about time, one of them. Theory of time in a dewdrop world. If time doesn't fly like an arrow, why need an original archer with his small mirror, ray of moonlight, his black pocket knife? What would be the stringed bow or the reed in the river, the blade of grass or lily that holds an eyelash of the beloved cat who bends close to claw the hummingbird? And who the archer who can let go so that what comes can be foretold like grooves in the wax record that get deeper as the diamond needle engraves it further with each playing of the music? If time doesn't fly like an arrow, then I don't need this hurry to a destination in the desert oasis where the white grapes unfurl like coded messages on a white trellis. What would be the cup for this kind of wine? Hand me your glass that I might cut myself on it. All right, thank you.
Please share another one.
I'm gonna share another one. This one is a short poem about the meteor shower called the Geminids that always comes in the winter. And this was written several years ago because they were fabulous this year. They were colorful. It wasn't a cloudy night, but on this particular night, well, you'll see. Missing the meteors in El Paso and Ciudad Juarez. The Geminids disappointed on a cloudy desert night when we drove up the mountain to see. In the early dark, we wanted the lights to move, but only clouds moved across our vision. So, as our pagan ancestors did, we hacked up a tree and festooned it with colored lights and fake fruits, glitter-covered strawberries, golden apple, and glass-encrusted pear. They scatter light like prismatic dust motes in the evening sun. Why did we hunt the comets on the mountaintop when sunlight explodes right here, right now, part of us? Against the night, we want to see moving lights, but the pine tops, the small lights on our tree and around windows and eaves will have to do. How distant the stars, pure fusion, speeding away from us. The clouds are lit from underneath by the two cities' light pollution, orange glow from nighttime mercury lamps. We came to see tiny lights in a void, but we have only light to meet us and greet us at every departure.
Scary. That's awesome.
I was reading this comment. This woman that weaves her words like a silkworm. So silkworm gives us silk.
Oh my, yeah.
I love your delivery,
yeah.
Ms. Robin. It's beautiful.
I have a couple of cover poems. They're very short, but Margaret Atwood is famous as a Canadian novelist, but she also wrote great poetry. So this is her poem about the winter solstice. This is the solstice, the still point of the sun, its cusp and midnight, the year's threshold and unlocking, where the past lets go of and becomes the future, the place of caught breath, the door of a vanished house left ajar.
That was gorgeous.
Margaret Atwood, check her out. Her poetry is great. By William Butler Yeats. It's called The Magi. Now, as at all times, I can see in the mind's eye, in their stiff painted clothes, the pale, unsatisfied ones appear and disappear in the blue depths of the sky, with all their ancient faces like rain-beaten stones, and all their helms of silver hovering side by side, and all their eyes still fixed, hoping to find once more, being by Calvary's turbulence unsatisfied, the uncontrollable mystery on the bestial floor. Thank you. That's it. That's my winter offering.
The solstice offering. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much for that. You could let us know how we can follow you and how we can support you.
Yeah, the best way to get a hold of my work is to just contact me. I'll put my email in the chat, because that way you can get a signed copy. And I'm in stock on all the books except one, and I don't think Amazon is in stock on them.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Miss Robin. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for the time.
Thank you. And next we have Mr. Mike Sandler.
Hello, all. Some of y'all might know I've been sort of off for the last few days. Not as, but I mean, Brian knows better than most as far as details. But yeah, my brother had a heart attack this weekend, so it's been really touch and go. But I got news today that he, quote, opened his eyes to command and had multiple other purposeful movements, and they may be taking him off of a ventilator soon. So that's huge. So this is a haiku I wrote today. Some good news at last. I finally let myself cry, knowing there is hope. And moving from that, several of us were just over at New Eurekan, and I just wrote this while I was listening to that. This is called Bad Clause for the Withdrawn. So anybody listening to him will know. That's it. Santa got sloppy. Bad clause for a good cause. All about the love. And this one is Bagel Break for Brian Franco. New York bagel. Boy, with a nice smear of cream cheese and a slice of lox. And the last little sort of seasonal thing here. It's an older one called Being. What's most important about being truly human is in the being. And that's going to do it for my stuff. And we're going to go with a slightly different cover hat than I usually wear. This is a piece, I don't know how many of y'all are familiar with Greg Brown, one of the great singer-songwriters of our time, right up there with Bob Dylan, in my opinion. But he was here in Denver at a music festival back in 2001. And he just came up with this thing off the top of his head, and he's never done it again, but luckily they recorded it. And I don't have the beautiful guitar that he was playing behind it, but This is just one of the most amazing off the top of the head things I've ever heard, and one of the greatest Christmas things I've ever heard. It was the night before Christmas, but nobody really was noticing that. I ain't sure anybody even knew that much about Christmas. Well, I remember even before the whole thing got started, there was a poor couple looking for a place to sleep at night. They were a poor couple from a coal mine. They ducked into a barn. A woman was about to give birth. Man was a good man. Woman was a good woman. I never heard anybody say anything about whether she was a virgin or not or anything like that. She was a good woman. It was pretty warm in the barn, actually. There were a couple of cows in there. They were tired. They put out a lot of heat. Fortunately, the man, who I think his name was Joe, he did not smoke. Well, little baby popped out. It's an amazing thing that little babies do, and the women do, and the men sort of, kind of help. That's the big story. Getting born. Just getting born is such an amazing thing. You'd think we'd all just be nice forever after, just to get to be a part of it. You'd think that anybody that ever held a little baby in their arms would be so careful not to ever do any damage to another human being or to the creation of which we are so obviously a part. Well, they wrapped him up pretty cozy in there. When you don't have a whole way too much lot, it's surprising how little it really takes to make you feel pretty warm, pretty good. The next day, fairly early, 3 dudes showed up. They were Zen priests from the East. Some people call them wise men, but they were Zen guys. They didn't believe in religion. They believed in a way of liberation. But I guess they must have sensed something about this little child. They came bearing gifts, a warm blanket, quite a few groceries, and a mule to help this family on their way. Well, that's about all I know about the story. Boy, he didn't grow up to found any big religions with shiny churches with gold and silver and swords. His story is about a world so much better than this one. Sometimes we just kind of piss on this one. He didn't do any of that stuff. He was a child full of love, talked about love, talked about the flowers, was a good fisherman. Sometimes when I get distraught about our world and what we're doing to it, I remind myself that little children like that are being born every day. They may not make a lot of big news, but in their lives, they're kind. They take care of people. They don't blow things out of proportion. They don't spread the news that this life, so mysterious in the heart, is a wonderful enterprise and should be cherished. I know these babies being born because I meet them every day. Some are 12, some are 23, some are 38, some are 51, some are 67. They're women, they're men, they're black, white, yellow. They're every color you can think of. They're all over the place. Some of them are 92. So Christmas, if it's anything at all, it's every day. It's every night. And even when things look dark, way down in the human heart, we all share that life. Thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Tell us how we can follow you, sir.
Oh, no. Nowhere. Just hide and hide and hide.
Thank you so much for coming in tonight. I really appreciate that. It's Christmas every day. I appreciate that. Okay, next we have Miss Cindy Lou Who Flutes. Did I? No? Sorry about that. And next we have Miss
Is
Denise.
she here? I didn't see her on here. Just
I didn't
wanted
see
if
her.
you want to do the call out, just in case.
Right. Miss Cindy, if you're here, please let me know. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't see her. Oh, I was
No,
hoping.
yeah. This is the seance portion of
That
the
was
open
the
mic. Are you with us? Are you?
Are
among
you
us?
right? Okay. Is that how you say it? Are you with? Okay. Now we have Miss Denise. Miss Denise Signs. Is she
I'm here. Hello.
awesome? Hi there. Please um take the mic when you are ready.
Oh, thank you. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful winter solstice, and that I hope you guys enjoy your holidays if you guys are going to celebrate the holidays in a few days. I'm only going to read two, and it's some that I've read before. I'm going to go ahead and start with Teona Nakatal, and that's just because it's a kind of a ritual that sometimes we get to participate, kind of the cleansing. Today I just did it in the form of cleaning my house. So here we go. Teona Nakatal. I am not this body. I am not this face. I am not the emotions that overtake. My issues, the anger and resentment, the pride and envy, the insecurities and jealousy, they are not me. They are lessons. Those that rinse and repeat are the lessons I have trouble learning. I'm eternal, a being of light. I am the shadows I cast. I am the Omoteotl, two sides of the whole. A network of souls here to learn from our mistakes, obligated to repeat them over and over. Learn a little each time. Round and round we go to fully understand. I am not the tears that flow. I am the observer of the things that trigger. I'm not the lover that holds your hand. I am the love we feel when we kiss. The silence that hangs over us when we argue. I am the curiosity that begged me to follow. To eat the teonanakatal that makes my vessel curl up into the fetal position as I, the mind, travel back home. Shed the trauma from this earth, heal generational pain that consumes cultures, lost in the wilderness where I grow. I am my grandmother and her mother. Their eyes live in me, and I live through them. I am their mother's mother, blessed to breathe in the freedoms of modern life, obliged to live through their mistakes until we all learn. I am the fingerprint of my past, the breath of our future, breaking curses that led us to believe that Earth was reality, that a house measures our achievements, that the clothes on our bodies measure our worth. I am not this body. I am not this face. I am the beam that flows through my head, the light that shines through the eye, the word that brought creation sits on my throat. The love that billows in my chest, the knowing in the pit of my stomach, the pleasure of life in my womb, the grounding force in my spine, learning to tune in to within, for without, we are lost again. And the next one's called Tezcatlipoca. Shadows of my truth hide guilty pleasures in the fog, thick smoke obscuring a reflection too afraid to see. I know what lies on the mirror's surface, pointing fingers, exchanging glances. It's my shadow, chasing after me, too smart to outwit. In darkness, no escape. It plays the reel of all of my mistakes. What I know is what scares me, not the fear of the unknown. I can see the outline of my own reflection behind the smoke and mirrors. If I wipe the steam away, will it be all the lies that surface? Or would they have gone up in smoke and it's only I who is staring back at me? Thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoy your holidays.
Thank you so much, Miss Denise. Tell us how we can follow you, love. Give us the plug in.
Well, I didn't bring my card this time, but on Facebook you can find me just with my name, Denise Science, and I'll be there.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that with us tonight. Do appreciate it. And now we have Mr. Speaker with us. Hi there, sir. Come on in.
Hello, how you doing?
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for being a part of our open mic tonight. It's nice seeing you again. Please take the mic when you're ready.
All right, let's go. The heart of a military leader. Have you ever stood strong when fear was all around? I mean, did you actually stand tall while others fell to the ground? Have you ever done what common sense said not to do? Even when others ran and said, come on, man, don't be a fool. Has fear ever gripped you so tightly that you had to concentrate just to breathe? Look, I'm talking about the kind of fear that brings even the strongest men down to the knees. Have you ever had to remain calm and lead others to a safe place while fear was clouding your judgment and causing your heart to race? Have you ever been so engulfed by fear that 48 hours passed without you missing a single beat? Heck, I almost went 3 days on just 2 hours of sleep.
Wow.
Have you ever thought this could actually be the last breath I take? Because there was death all around me with no room for error, absolutely no room for a leadership mistake. Have you ever been so frozen by fear that you just didn't know what to do? I have, but I had to go on because 237 soldiers were looking at me to lead them through. See, fear in the face of a leader, well, it could destroy the will of many people, while fear that goes unfaced could become deadly and extremely lethal. All right. Well, have you ever had to give an order for someone to do something that even you were afraid to do yourself? I mean, a command so crazy, you wouldn't do it for all the world's wealth? Have you ever had to send somebody out on a mission that you knew they might not complete? That would be one of those nights where this leader didn't get any sleep. Have you ever had to give CPR to someone who worked for you? Well, I worked on Specialist Sierra for about an hour, but he didn't pull through. Have you ever had to carry the body of someone who saved your life? The whole time I was thinking, what in the world am I going to tell his wife? Have you ever had to tell someone that her loved one was no longer alive? Trust me, you can actually see her heart breaking through the tears flowing from her eyes. Have you ever stood over a person who was dead due to an order you gave? Look, do not stand too close at the funeral because you might want to jump into his grave. Have you ever had to stand before a grieving family? Yes, it is completely sad. Their soldier gave his life for this country, and all I had to give him back was a U.S. flag. See, I'm a leader of soldiers because that is what I was called to do. Just for the record, I'm not telling you all this to prove anything to any of you because, see, most people don't understand a true combat soldier, warrior, leader. Well, here's some insight for you late night poetry Zooms, listeners, and readers. How did you feel when the World Trade Center fell, the Pentagon got hit, and those planes hijacked? This soldier, this leader was devastated. Thousands dead on my watch. And it was my job to prevent that attack. You really don't understand the sacrifices we made for the armed forces. Heck, I miss birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, and been through a couple of damn divorces. We learned loyalty, honor, respect for the U.S., for government, and for freedom. But see, we actually fight for our fellow soldiers. You'd understand if you ever took the time to meet them. So yes, I face fear for you, and even those that act like complete jerks, because failure is simply not an option for me when I go to work. See, I'm descended from kings, forced into slavery, chose to be a soldier. So here is my quote. I fought for this country before I even had the right to vote. I'm the Buffalo Soldier who fought the Indians and settled the West. Absent from those history books, it's my blood, sweat, and hard work that helped build the U.S. I bravely chose the San Juan Hill and was later discredited in the press because racism would not let this world view me as the nation's best. I'm the courageous, hardworking sailor who signed up at the local rally to learn that I could only serve this country from deep in the ship's galleys. I'm that black flyer who defied all odds to fly, fight, and win. Well, you might have heard them call me one of those red-tailed Tuskegee Airmen. I fought in all the U.S. conflicts, to include 2 world wars, to stop global oppression. But it wasn't until the Korean War that we overcame segregation. The media and the public want you to call me a hero, but you treated my Vietnam brothers, those warriors, like complete zeros. Those Vietnam warriors followed orders, fought with honor, but when they came home to your insults and know all that disrespect. Well, this soldier has faced his fears through multiple wars in the Middle East. And I salute those soldiers dealing with fear right now so we can enjoy poetry all over the United States here in peace.
Yeah.
I always love that piece, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you and thank you. Please share another if you'd like.
I love poets. Have you ever been in the company of poets? People who tell it like it really is. Storytellers, writers, speakers, communicators, and authors, individuals who can make you cry, laugh, or think deeply. Some use poetry to preach, while I use poetry to breach gaps of ignorance so I attempt to reach. Then once I have your attention, I will teach through spoken word, which is verbal speech. Minds open, heads down, pens up, words flowing, brainstorming, sentences forming, hearts warming, poems forming, while people are transforming, while poets are performing. While they're fingers snapping, some clapping, no one's napping, dreamers dream, singers sing, runners run, and poets take flight. When all else fails, put me in the company of poets who think and write. Can't help the phone from ringing in the middle of a poem. That's just beautiful, right?
That is all right. A poem for the poets. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Mr. Speaker. We do appreciate you. Thank you for coming in tonight.
Yeah.
Poet love. Okay. Now we have Mr. I'm so sorry. Tell us how we can follow you and support, plug yourself, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, so you
I
follow
apologize.
poetry, you following me. James, Mr. Speaker Sears.
I'm everywhere where poetry is.
That's where I see you.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much. Next we have Mr. Dylan Deforge. Did I get the last name right?
Yeah, you got it right.
Awesome.
Yeah. So past week,
Sorry, I'm just excited to see you. It's my first time seeing you. How are you?
Yeah, first time. It just kind of out of the blue. I saw the link. Actually, I just came from New Eureka, so I'm kind of double shifting with the open mics. I read these pieces on New Eureka before, so I just finished my last semester of undergraduate studies, and once the grades go in, I'll have my BA in English, unless I don't know, lightning strikes or something. So I want to read a couple pieces from this chapbook that I got printed for my thesis project. Yeah. And this book covers a bunch of different topics like, mental illness and masculinity and sexuality and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to encapsulate all of those in, I guess, 3 pieces if I can fit in. The first one's called Pent Up House. The power strip underneath a mound of newspaper clippings suffered so much strain and wear. It was only a matter of time before it gave out, but it did so with a flourish of flames that ate a wooden TV dinner table, read a stack of leather-bound books of German history, laughed, open-mouthed, fork-tongued at the doodles on envelopes from post office shifts, shook tan curtains carrying the dust of ancients, kicked around aluminum cans of seltzer rolling on the floor, cracked plastic-shelled school supply boxes in every hue, skimmed tapes of recorded programs and classic movies, bow-legged Bambi running through the forest, the escape from burning city and the Civil War, studied the faces of tiki statuettes arranged by size, jammed to 45s in yellowed paper jackets, ripped off the plastic on unopened cases of manila envelopes, filled the bottoms of Nilla wafer cardboard boxes, cooled their faces in front of white plastic floor fans nobody uses anymore, tested blackened light bulbs all thrown in a basket, wrote on a melting typewriter at a desk and a bookshelf combo huddled in the corner, put on the mask for the breathing machine just to know what oxygen tastes like, dueled with coat hangers, crying on guard, crawled up the stairs, fissured planks of rotted wood to get to higher ground. The second piece is the title piece for the chapbook, Muscle Memory. Yeah, you're damn near blind. I rose from the surface of white water and black fish. I swore every V-shaped fin I saw was a rounded U. Must have been the font on the card. I pulled my head away from the VT1 vision screener. I felt a ring around my eyes, like taking off my goggles at the YMCA pool. I looked in the window to make sure I didn't have a raccoon mask, wreathed by the solar dancing flowers, teetering in their plastic pots. I saw I was in the clear. I knew my vision was god-awful, so I stepped out of the nurse's office knowing nothing new. It was the aftermath of the BMI and sensory tests that threw me for a loop. 100 pounds? Are you serious? I steadily shrunk in the bleachers while the other boys stood in circles, folding their arms. Wildebeest ripple of rib cages under tight t-shirts. Summer suntanned Irish, Italian Americans threw out percentiles like they knew what they stood for. Any rank below obese must have meant a level of musculature. 13th percentile, 20th percentile, 35th percentile. For the first time, I felt like my metabolism failed me. It's funny when they forget about these conversations in their senior year, opting to talk in first period statistics about skinning off to the hard-bodied girls in a graduating class on Snapchat and losing their JV veins. They don't worry about being small now with their construction jobs and drowned scholarships. Every day, the mirrors get bigger in the bathrooms I stall in. The framed posters against the plaster in the basement reflect the sinews in my shoulders exploding as I execute another overhead press. And if I have time to read one more, yes, thumbs up, okay. This is called A Queer Sestina. When you hear Prince sing, I'm not a woman, I'm not a man, I'm something you'll never understand. It makes your body feel less like a foreign object, like the forgotten photo booth film strips back when you hung around the wrong people, stuffed in your underwear drawer so nobody will look. Growing up in a small town accustoms you to that look. You know the one. The you gotta be kidding me, man. Quit acting like a bitch kind of glare. You see these people stare in high school classrooms, pizza joints, the library. Understand that you don't inherit what they think you're missing. You strip off your damp shirt, peeling it off your sticky back. The objective of this exercise is this. Compare your frame to the objectified images of men clad in Speedos that don't get funny looks at the community pool. When you reach back to his zipper and strip his flesh away until he's thumping organs, aren't you the same man? Study his heart. The patter's polyrhythm 3 to 4 against yours. Understand that he, even skinless, doesn't care about the opinions of other people. Queer is a word reclaimed and paraded by the same people that got their parietals parted open, prodding for peculiar objects or letting Pazuzu out. If you lived 50 years ago, you'd understand what your closet companions were so concerned about. Looking out of the crack of the door frame, seeing your father, the man that was supposed to protect you, thwacking the leather strip, the snake of his belt against his palm, a hand landing on the hair strip, trailing below your waistband, how you imagine the touch of people you meet at a club or bar, what being wanted feels like, being the object, their obsession for the night, and how for the rest of their life, saying, man, if I could tango on the tiles and under the threads with him, they'd look away to play it cool with their collars and combat boots. You two'd stand under the sizzling street lights for the bus back to yours. They'd understand and roll with what turns you on, what to whisper in your ear, what tunes to strip to with your vintage speakers, cradling their golden head, telling them, look at me, while their eyes bob around you and glow. You wonder if these people exist somewhere in a rotten town unlike your own. Every man and woman in a 10-mile radius of your phone thinks you're doing it for attention. The objective, should you choose to accept, is to define for yourself what a man means. You should understand nobody will discover your worth if you object to going out for drinks and finding fresh faces sometimes. Hey, it doesn't hurt to look. Thank you.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Dylan. Please plug yourself, love. Tell us how we can follow you and support you.
You can follow me at Deforgery, Deforgery on Instagram. And there's actually a card page that's in the bio that links to all my like other socials and bios and stuff. So thank you for this opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. New peeps. Woo woo. Okay, next we have Mr. Kid Ren.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, kid. Woo woo. Go ahead, do your
Hello.
favorite.
Thank you. Hello, old friends, new friends, and we are friends now because we've all shared something. Well, and thanks to Poet Khan who chose to. I never thought when I started doing the cover poem they would be turned back on me like this. So this is feeling very lightheaded. But two of mine, and then the tradition that borders on superstition, the cover poem. Just trying to do things I've done this year. So here are two that I've done this year. The witness before the financial committee is not being helpful, though not in the typical way of an unhelpful witness. He is crying in big, gasping breaths, his shoulders rolling like a boxer's. He is apologizing. He doesn't understand the questions. Yes, that is his name and signature on those records. Yes, his title is CEO of Fast Loan, but that was, he pleads, not his understanding. He's just a voice actor who went to a sketchy audition listed online and was so thankful that it wasn't a sex trap that he forgot that there are other kinds of traps. The contract was long, but the money and perks were overwhelming, nice enough to preclude follow-up questions. He's sorry. He keeps saying that like it helps. There's snot all over the microphone, on the desk, dripping and spreading slowly. This was supposed to be a dry session to do with interest cap rates, something only a calculator could love. But now the committee is forced to consider questions concerning the nature of identity and reality itself. Some of them are no longer sure if they're congressmen. The chairman stealthily pulls out his driver's license and traces his finger across the letters of his name, mouthing along as though it is test material that he has not quite mastered. And number two, y'all already saw Robin Schofield read. You new people might not know, that's my mom. So I'm pretty good, but I'm not even the best in this household. So, but I made my peace with that. And I've written about it. And here we go. My mom and I are in the same field and arrived independently at the same heroes. She rushes over one morning to tell me that Carolyn Forche just accepted her friend request. I'm in the grocery store that afternoon, and she texts me to say that Carolyn just liked the link she shared. First name basis, just like that. I don't mean to make fun. This is genuinely exciting to me. Despite its silly 21st century scene markers, I think if this moment were fuel, it would burn cleanly and brightly. It is just as well that memories are not fuel and that we cannot, in moments of panic and shortfall, attach thermite to our mountainous lobes and blow through, taking only the moments we want. It is just as well that Carolyn Forche, walking through a supermarket, debating between two brands of cornmeal, cannot choose when she sees human ears scattered on the aisle floor, and cannot choose when they perk up or what they hear. And now I'm going to close with the words of someone else. And it's a luxury that I'm afforded, I suppose. This is by the late Galway Canal, excuse me. This is called Wait. Wait for now. Distrust everything if you have to, but trust the hours. Haven't they carried you everywhere up to now? Personal events will become interesting again. Hair will become interesting. Pain will become interesting. Buds that open out of season will become interesting. Secondhand gloves will become lovely again. Their memories are what give them the need for other hands. The desolation of lovers is the same. That enormous emptiness carved out of such tiny beings as we are, asked to be filled. The need for the new love is faithfulness to the old. Wait. Don't go too early. You're tired, but everyone's tired. But no one is tired enough. Only wait a little and listen. Music of hair, music of pain, music of looms weaving our loves again. Be there to hear it. It will be the only time. Most of all, to hear your whole existence, rehearsed by the sorrows, play itself into total exhaustion.
Awesome, 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 love. Please plug yourself. Tell us how we can follow Kit Lit.
I would love to. Okay, I got a little paper here, courtesy of our friend Leslie, who you saw earlier.
Promo card.
Instagram at Kit Ran Away. Just like the person who went before me. We're fans of puns, I guess. Twitter at Kit Talk Sports, as the name suggests. It's pretty heavy on sports. Ko-fi.com/KitRen. That one's a little weird. I write about old football games, and it takes some weird, dramatic, artistic turns sometimes. The one this morning was about Paul Brown and the radical power of forgiveness. I don't know. It's Christmas. I'm not made of stone. And if I recognize your name, I'll add you on Facebook. If I don't, I won't. Nothing personal. And want to toss something into the tip jar, my email here is connected to my PayPal. But it's the holidays, so do your shopping first. Thanks again. Thanks, everyone. I can't wait what everyone else has to do.
Okay, thank you, Kit. Thank you, thank you. Okay, and the second half of our dynamic duo, we have Miss Lee. Where are you, Lee? Miss Lee!
Hey.
Hi, so good to have you, love. Please take the mic when you're ready.
Perfect. So I'm hoping I have enough time, but I'll see. So this is called Deyex. I think I posted it on Instagram a bit ago, but here it goes. So this is in response to a lot of people right now, and correctly so, using they as a singular pronoun, which is correct, but I do like the plural they, and I'll tell you why. It's plural they, Eyex plural, because this head hosts too many voices to be defined individually. Existo fragmentado en lo binario de mi sangre, el colonizado y el invasor, de la línea entre países en la que tambaleo entre mis piernas sobre papeles. To be defined individually, the single-use word would ease the bit and pieces, would erase the bits and pieces of the self I have put together through years of mismatching puzzle pieces, hoping for at least an abstract of an image. Soy muchos seres, identidades, intersecciones. Soy Deyex, plural in Spanglish. That's number one. Number two, this is obsolete. Built to last, the never-ending creation of all things incomplete, no real purpose. Faulty by design and out of commission, the missing parts discontinued. There's no fixing what was designed to be obsolete. Third one, finding a path. What is my purpose? What would I leave behind other than this decomposing vessel? What do I want? Write the threads that entangle us, experience the goings of life like others do. Be known in the ways that urban or horror stories are known by all, with alterations to its origin to spice things up. Be heard the way the disjointed voice calls for everyone's names. Happiness no longer settling for all right. So happy that when it is my turn to feed this earth, I do so willingly, ready to let go. And the last one, this is called Folia Dukes. Shared poisons, obsessed with ideas of me, of you, of love. Possessive and insecure, flames fueled by more flames until we suffocated each other. Did you experience the aftermath the same way? Did you have to peel off layers upon layers of skin and self-hate? I hope you did. Wishful for you to feel pain caused by my hands, similar to the pain you caused me. Perhaps return to you threefold. I was never the better person. And those are it.
Ooh.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Lee. Tell us how we can follow you, love.
You can follow me over on Instagram, and it's cadáveres_literarios, and you can see it there. If you can find me there, you can also find me on Facebook as Lee Martinez Soto, and the rest of my info is there as well. Thank you.
So, thank you. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure having you, Ms. Lee. And now we're going to go to Miss Patty, who I have been deprived of for a few weeks. So I'm so glad that you are here to share tonight, Miss Patty.
Okay, I'm just gonna jump right in. 2 pieces. First one. In choosing 3 words to sum up the collision of this morning's passion-ridden goals with the midday slump. 1. Unsatisfactory. If this were a grade system, the letter Z would come to an existence beyond the single use of the word zebra. Although, keep in mind, I can write the curve. 2. Spontaneous. Between the rubbed-in stains of coffee in an attempt to rid of them and the locking of each door on my way out, in combination with the locking myself out of many well-deserved opportunities, the bursting of laughter and tears is exactly that, spontaneous. 3. Fitting. Unlike the Hollywood characters who have always a right song streaming out on unseen speakers as every top and bottom hugs the pretend curves of stick figures, the squeezing into jeans that say they're my size that aren't my size is fitting for the day that comes with the fitting into a society in which I was told to wear black when the slimming effect doesn't quite work. Constantly inconsistent. Because in between the cussing of birds flying overhead who poop on cars and the bowing of my head when I pray, I both thank the Lord and question as to the reason why. So in choosing 3 words to describe this rotting apple of a life, 1, beautiful. Because I won't go into the colors of the sunset, but I will tell you of the hills and the mountains that rise. 2, wonderful. For even in the moments when you fall to your knees, rain has to stop falling at one point. And 3, spontaneous. Because the moments that knock the air out of you will also give you life. All of this somewhat tragically beautiful. Okay, that was the first piece. And this is the second piece. Okay. The incapability to demonstrate a proper presentation of oneself in what is a so-called highly human interactive world. The confusion to say quickly by flew time rather than time flew by quickly. The struggle in catching one complete sentence in a whirlwind clashing thoughts only to pronounce incomplete phrases as this one is a runoff of what clearly isn't focused to be said. This one doesn't even make sense. Tell me what does without telling me the backstory of the illusion of blue in the sky and the feeling of blue in one heart. And the different shades of the blue and the blue only to choose a blue that doesn't look blue but is blue. It's labeled blue. Just as the label you put me as a poet, or maybe the poet label claims it's untrue. A poet who is blue is never overdue, but a rhyme that is rhymed is cleverly chimed. I don't do tricks of the tongue. I don't clap with a combination of syllables. I'm putting a spotlight to my own dismantled flooring where the focus was the vaulted ceilings, and the serial tricks is still for kids. Grab a thought, missed it, grab again, shit. Skip it. Hard weekend, hard day, hard hour, hard moment, hard today, tomorrow, it's tonight, which is yesterday. So in the morning, it will be better. Be put together. Change clothes, no. Change the tags inside out. Wear the same clothes, same shoes, same mud on the freckle of my cheeks, same socks. Outlet comes in time tomorrow, today. Wait, today was yesterday, today is tomorrow. What day? Remind myself I can't control everything. Don't tell myself, just breathe. I'm holding my breath. Just breathe. I will run when the sun comes back up. Negative interaction past few days. Hi. Wait. There was no interaction. It was just me. Living in a world now meant not to be lived in. Bubble boy had it going on. I'll run soon after sleep, or maybe before. 1 cup, 2 cups, 3 cups, 4. Think better thoughts. Think better thoughts. Think tomorrow, today that was yesterday. What day is it? It's the day after tomorrow. Done.
I'm so sorry I couldn't find my mouse. Yes, Patty. Wow. And your delivery was just, it was awesome. It was a little different tonight. I saw that. Yes, love. Tell us how we can follow you and support.
Okay, just simply Patty's_poetic_life. And that's it. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Levy. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Patty. All right, next we have, is Levon Robinson here? Levon. Okay. Okay.
I think so.
Next we have some more new peeps, I believe. This is Ma Dukes.
Hi, everyone.
Hi there.
I have a couple pieces I'd like to share with y'all, and I'm just gonna go in if that's all right. First one is called Life Lessons from Empty Closets. As you fill my insides with the garments that will clothe your body, remember, you have no place inside these walls with those garments. Only the shoes you wear on your feet can muddy your home. That is to say, don't ever dirty who you are to dull your rainbow shine. Never lock yourself behind my doors again. Locks of lies can only be opened with keys of truth. Don't wear a fake smile of friendship like a bad suit. That is to say, be genuine with your smile and yourself. Store sweaters and old photo albums on my shelves. No, there is no room for your shame alongside those old pictures. Rip off my doors so that your children are never afraid of my insides or their own. Teach those willing to learn how to build open closets. That is to say, teach them love is never wrong. Be sacred in your dealings with your grandchildren so they feel safe to share themselves with you. Keep me free of dust is best. Remove all the skeletons from the chest. That is to say, never give any soul a reason to distrust the confines of my walls or your heart. Fill me with the clothes you will really wear, not some dress with lace just to put a smile on your mom's face. Remember, your house is more than bricks and boards. It is a reflection of you. Keep your windows clean and clear for transparency. That is to say, be transparent in who you are so that others feel safe to do the same around you. And lastly, the only things that hang from these strong racks are ties and belts and shirts and pants. That is to say, you are not alone. Get up, get dressed, go outside of these closet walls and live your best life. That's the first piece. And thank you. The second piece, I actually shared over in Norican earlier. Was my first time there as well. This is called Belonging. Longing to belong plays across souls. Melancholy song tugging at heartstrings. Loneliness brings yearning to be held. Queer pegs don't fit in straight holes. Black holes of depression born from a desire to feel the fire of a parent's love. Birthed in closets of fear, locked in by need of acceptance, but tolerance is nowhere to be found. Spirit bound by yearning for things unformed in hearts meant to cherish, but only spew condemnation and damnation instead. One nation under God, we're damned the queers to hell, the mantra of the contra-minded. Contradictory statements of hatred spewed from mouths designed to sing lullabies to baby brought forth from seed and egg. But baby didn't equal the sum of the parts expected, DNA lies of gender chromosomal pairs made up of the unknown quotient. And it never has the same answer twice. And still, the longing to belong allows boundaries to be wiped away like chalk on board as easily as third grade bullies steal lunch money. Rainbow beauty hidden away behind black and white alternate realities to bring smiles to others while dying inside. Crying out for nurture because nature took a twist and created human genomes that need homes to belong to. Human nature needing connection and affection, but finding abjection and degradation to hold on to at night like a favorite stuffed animal. No need to be afraid of monsters in closets. Having grown up there, they become the only beings that offer acceptance as dejected rejects themselves. The concept of acceptance, foreign to this home of shallow bones, bones hollow of marrow, empty of matter for those who wish upon falling stars to become matter more than a smattering of here and there. Skin stripped bare of closet walls, only to be built into another and another. Closets constructed of walls of hate and shells of fear by the very hands begged to strip them from this place called home. Home is where the heart is supposed to be. But where does the heart go when it pounds out of chest cavity with anxiety? Ribs spreading themselves open to allow heart to run away before it is crushed by the weight of home. Thank you.
Wow. That was so beautiful. So great to have you.
Thank you.
Please plug yourself and tell me how I can find you.
You can find me on Instagram on Ma Duke's Poetry or Facebook on The Word Is Right. It's a page I co-author with a poet friend of mine. I'm also on Facebook as Deanne Hill. I'll put the information in the chat.
Wow, such a treat. Thank you, Ma Dukes.
Thank you. I'll be coming back. Wonderful place.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I want to get Miss Sharita. Miss Sharita is next. We're going to have us some comedy. Heck yes. All right. Take the mic, Miss Sharita. Hi, it's so good to see you.
Likewise, thank you, everyone. Like to see you all again. I'm going to start my time. I'm going to cut it short. I'm going to just do 4 minutes so y'all can get y'all poetry on because it's like deep in here. Y'all be in here getting y'all feelings. And I'm over here like, I just want to do the chuckles. Right? So I'm over here like,
I just want to laugh.
Yeah, but y'all not going to laugh because y'all got your mics off. So it's like, I'm just going to go through the motions and I'm going to pretend y'all are laughing. So it's all good. So depending on what side of the fence y'all are, December 21st is winter solstice or Black people getting their powers, superpowers. I read that on Black Twitter. Don't judge me. I didn't make that up. So I'm like, well, shoot, I got a little bit of Black in me. I got enough Black in me to be like, yo, what superpower can I get? but I forgot. I'm a mom. The only superpower I need is sleep. That's not gonna happen. I got 4 kids, and I'm already fighting with one of them. Why? Because put the Christmas tree up, right? Put the gifts under there, and I'm thinking like my kids are gonna be normal and wait till Christmas to open up the gifts. No. Why the youngest one open up the gift first? Talking about, oh, I just wanted to see what it was. I'm like, I can't. And then she tried to be smart, talking about, we ain't got no daddy. We ain't getting a new dad for Christmas. Look, you're not gonna do that to me, okay? I'm not about that life. No, we're not getting no new dad. I can't fit. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. You know why? It's called budgets. It's a plastic tree. We in El Paso. So I'm not going out there yonder and cutting no tree down and talking about, hey, Jimbo, can you cut that tree down and come to the house and like make my daughter happy? No. It's already hard enough to date, right? And then these kids think that money grows on trees. Guess what? There are hardly any trees in El Paso. I'm just saying. And now, for $1,500, you can go ahead and get that COVID vaccine shot right there. No, I'm not even sure we're gonna get the $600. Okay, think about that. $1,500 for a COVID shot, $600 just to be in America right now. I'm so confused. And for those of you that know, I've already been shot up. I had an anthrax shot, smallpox shot, yellow fever shot. I can't get no more shots. It's so bad I can't even drink proper. Okay, I can't even have a tequila shot without having an allergic reaction. You think I'm gonna get a COVID shot? I'm done. I can't. It's too much. It's too much. I only got so much left in me. So stop it. I'll take a coquito shot though, because hey, we all know Christmas, them coquitos, right? Coquito. And if you don't have coquito, I'll take a rumchata. I don't discriminate. I just can't have the limes, okay? I can't have that. So them guys out there trying to like hook up with me and everything like that, Merry Christmas and maybe one day. Thank y'all for listening to my comedy. You guys have been great. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Love you all.
Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Y'all give it up for Sharita one time. Thank you so much. Had us a little comedy break. Thank you, love. That was awesome. Let's see what we got next. We have Mr. Is Nico Silva in the build? Mr. I see you down here. We have Nico next.
Yes, I am here.
Hey, go ahead and grab the mic when you're ready, love.
Okay, so I apologize. For some reason, my audio is cutting out, so let me know if the audio cuts out. Okay.
Well, we can hear you so far.
Okay, so I wanted to start off with, and I haven't seen my hair. Let's see. My hair's okay, I guess. Well, there's a little mess up, so I'm gonna get off the screen. Okay, so I wanted to start off with a poem or some writing that I did literally right before the show, and it's called Cornucopia. Slicing a pomegranate on the cutting board of a kitchen littered with bags of chia seeds, ground flax, and extra thick rolled oats. The sound of fruit, juice, and seeds being cracked open to devour. Ravenously using the mouth to express what hasn't been said. How many people are making tamales this year? Has the demand increased? A scarlet red that stains your insides, clothes, lips, and tongue. A sweet thought that a fruit could give you more than nutrient and calorie density. A flavorful thought that pomegranates are here for us to enjoy and share. What does a pomegranate smell like? So that's one poem. Okay, and then the second thing is just I guess a cover poem, but it's really a cover forward, even though I haven't written a forward to a book yet, I guess. But it's Directing in Musical Theater, an Essential Guide by Joe Deere. The forward reads, I still remember that first moment when I became enthralled with the American musical. I was in my early teens, sitting in the orchestra of the Minskoff Theater in New York City, seeing my first Broadway musical, West Side Story. In a flash, colored ribbons dropped from the endless ceiling and flew out instantly to reveal the Jets and the Sharks dancing at the gym. It was a magical moment that would change my life forever. From that moment on, I always knew I wanted to be a part of theater. There is no formula to directing a musical. This book will give you many ideas and suggestions, but not the ultimate answer on how to direct a musical. It's impossible. Musical theater is that unique animal that embraces emotions larger than life and turns them into a song or dance or both. It's a thrilling art form that uses more collaboration than any other. That can be both invigorating and challenging or exhausting. I never set out to be a director in the theater, and I think that is a good thing. I learned my craft from every side of the footlights: acting, painting sets, designing props, designing costumes, and producing. Having been part of every aspect of the theater gave me a greater understanding not only of the director's role, but also of the contributions that everyone makes to bring a production to life. I learned more by being in the trenches with everyone, and I have a great appreciation of the role that each person plays in creating theater. I learned so much from observing shows, watching rehearsals, and seeing the way artists work. Musicals are all about collaboration, more than any other art form. As a director, you're the captain of the ship. It's your job to make sure that everyone is rowing in the right direction. In creating musicals, everyone needs to leave their ego at the door so you have an open sea, a safe environment to create. It's the most important aspect of the creative process. And I'll leave it at that.
Heck yeah, that was awesome. All the theater majors one time. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for that, Nico.
Thank you all.
Heck yeah. Next we have Miss Christine. Woo! Hi there, Miss Christine. How are you?
How are you?
Christine, please
Hi.
just take over and do your thing when you're ready, love. Go ahead.
Okay. The first thing there was something that's been on my mind this week a lot. It's the Heiligenstadt Testament by Beethoven. It was his birthday week this week, and I had planned to play a Beethoven song for you, but Beethoven takes time. So like I'll probably be ready like next week with it. But I can read you the Testament, and this is something that has, since I learned about it, has given me a lot of inspiration, because I feel like there's many times in life where we feel like giving up, and maybe we don't completely want to give up, but we feel like we want to, and we're torn between the two. So for those moments, this is something that I really think about a lot, and this is translated off of the allaboutbeethoven.com website. So, because the original's in German. So, yeah. So here it is. This is Beethoven. This is I should preface this. So this was written when Beethoven was sent to. It was recommended for him to go to Heiligenstadt, in a little village that was pretty secluded from people, so that he could try to recover some of his hearing as he was losing it. And he had many unsuccessful and terrible things that people tried to help him with, and it just wasn't successful. So this was his last attempt to try to recover his hearing. was to try to just be in as much silence as possible. And so you can imagine what that must feel like if your career is based on music and you're losing your hearing and now you have to be in solitude. For my brothers Carl and Johann, oh, you men who think or say that I am malevolent, stubborn, or misanthropic, how greatly do you wrong me. You do not know the secret cause which makes me seem that way to you. From childhood on, my heart and soul have been full of the tender feeling of goodwill, and I was ever inclined to accomplish great things. But think that for 6 years now I have been hopelessly afflicted, made worse by senseless physicians, from year to year deceived with hopes of improvement, finally compelled to face the prospect of a lasting malady, whose cure will take years or perhaps be impossible. Though born with a fiery, active temperament, even susceptible to the diversions of society, I was soon compelled to withdraw myself to live alone. If at times I tried to forget all this, oh, how harshly I was flung back by the doubly sad experience of my bad hearing. Yet it was impossible for me to say to people, "Speak louder, for I am deaf." Ah, how could I possibly admit an infirmity in the one sense which ought to be more perfect in me than others, a sense which I once possessed in the highest perfection, a perfection such as few in my profession enjoy or ever have enjoyed? Oh, I cannot do it. Therefore, forgive me when you see me draw back when I would have gladly mingled with you. My misfortune is doubly painful to me because I am bound to be misunderstood. For me, there can be no relaxation with my fellow men, no refined conversations, no mutual exchange of ideas. I must live alone, like one who has been banished. I can mix with society only as much as true necessity demands. If I approach near to people, a hot terror seizes me, and I fear being exposed to the danger that my condition might be noticed. Thus it has been during the last 6 months, which I have spent in the country. By ordering me to spare my hearing as much as possible, my intelligent doctor almost fell in with my own present frame of mind, though sometimes I ran counter to it by yielding to my desire for companionship. But what a humiliation for me when someone standing next to me heard a flute in the distance and I heard nothing, or someone standing next to me heard or someone heard a shepherd singing and again I heard nothing. Such incidents drove me almost to despair. A little more of that and I would have ended my life. It was only my art that held me back. Ah, it seemed impossible to leave this world until I had brought forth all that I felt was within me. So I endured this wretched existence, truly wretched for so susceptible a body, which can be thrown by a sudden change from the best condition to the very worst. Patience, they say, is what I must now choose for my guide. And I have done so. I hope my determination will remain firm to endure until it pleases the inexorable parquet to break the thread. Perhaps I shall get better. Perhaps not. I am ready. Forced to become a philosopher already in my 28th year. Oh, it is not easy. And for the artist much more difficult than for anyone else. Divine One, thou seest me in my inmost soul. Thou knowest that therein dwells the love of mankind and the desire to do good. Oh, fellow men, when at some point you read this, consider then that you have done me an injustice. Someone who has had misfortune, man console himself to find a similar case to his. who despite all the limitations of nature, nevertheless did everything within his powers to become accepted among worthy artists and men. You, my brothers Karl and Johann, as soon as I am dead, if Dr. Schmidt is still alive, ask him in my name to describe my malady and attach this written documentation to his account of my illness, so that, so far as it possible, at least the world may become reconciled to me after my death. At the same time, I declare you two to be the heirs of my small fortune, if it so can be called. Divide it fairly, bear with, and help each other. What injury you have done me, you know, was long ago forgiven. To you, brother Karl, I give special thanks for the attachment you have shown me of late. It is my wish that you have a better and freer life than I have had. Recommend virtue to your children. It alone, not money, can make them happy. I speak from experience. This was what upheld me in time of misery. Thanks to it and to my art, I did not end my life by suicide. Farewell and love each other. I thank all my friends, particularly Prince Lichnowsky and Professor Schmidt. I would like the instruments from Prince Lichnowsky to be preserved by one of you, but not to be the cause of strife between you. And as soon as they can serve you a better purpose, then sell them. How happy I shall be if I can still be helpful to you in my grave, so be it. With joy I hasten to meet death. If it comes before I have had the chance to develop my art, all my artistic capabilities, it will still be coming too soon despite my harsh fate, and I would still probably wish it later. Yet even so, I would be happy, for would it not free me from a state of endless suffering? Come when thou wilt, I shall meet thee bravely. Farewell, and do not wholly forget me when I am dead. I deserve this from you, for during my lifetime I was thinking of you often, and of ways to make you happy. Please be so. Ludwig van Beethoven, Heiligenstadt, October 6, 1802. And I just want to add, after he wrote this testament, he wrote his final symphony, Ode to Joy, and it's massively celebrated and well known all over the world today, and has been so for so long. The next song that I will end with is "Oh Holy Night," and it's just to lighten the mood a little bit, because I know I kind of went heavy there. So let's lighten it up with a Christmas carol, and I just want to wish everybody happy holidays, and yeah.
guitar version too. That was just right.
And then, oh, sorry if I may,
Thank you.
quick shout out
Go
to Poet Khan. She sells amazing jewelry, and I wore this today to shout her like.
Swing that other part of your hair back so they can see
So
it.
that's
This one
Poet
over
Khan.
here.
Like,
Swing your hair
she
back.
sells
I'm just kidding.
amazing
Sorry.
jewelry.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm done.
Thank
I promise.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. That was beautiful. We needed that. I just threw the phone. Okay. Next we have one of my a new poet friend that I have that I recently became friends with because he's awesome. This is Mr. Complicated Passion, also known as Darkman Blues. Thank you so much for coming to support me tonight. I so appreciate it. Please take the mic and bless us.
Okay. This is for when your phone rings during an open mic and I'm the host. You have reached Complicated Passions. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. Please listen carefully as our menu has changed. If at any time during this message, if you would like to hear the passion 5683 for love, Gold Card members may enter their code now. Please hold while your call is being connected. And for the moments of your desire, have the sexy in you be the danger I fall into. Your wanting will be everything. I'll have your love without speaking. As the caress of my lips tempts you, find yourself on the verge of romanticism. These words are meant to fill your imagination. This is the moment erotica begins, when your thoughts become the edge of your hunger. You'll want this episode to begin. From this melodic passion, I will steal your heart away. The coming of your love will be an eruption that has no end. Once you give in, and that's that piece.
Do you have an additional, another one you'd like to share? You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna share something from my next book, which is titled Darkman Blues, John Bowl. And it's the title of the piece is called Civil Rights Me. Civil me this. They got rights, showing you what they do. They wrote that in small print. Between them lines, your liberties. I mean, privileges. When they tell you come correct, you free now, don't cross the line. But they still slave me. Some are getting played like sellouts. I got my eye open so they don't Wesley snipe me. And them rights, well, just the ones they gave me. Darkman Blues. That's that piece.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please tell us how we can follow you and support you, Mr. Complicated Passion.
Okay, so on IG, you can follow me as dark_man_blues. I'm going to launch my website when the new book comes out, and then you'll be able to pick up different products if you like what I've got to offer. And of course, that book will be out after the New Year's. I'm going to let everybody get over this year. So it's going to come out in 2021. And that'll be it. And of course, I'll put out some more books as well at the same time. So thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for showing me support tonight. I really appreciate that. And
All
for
right.
coming through. Woo, woo,
All
woo.
right. Peace.
Yo, you muted yourself, Erica.
Sorry. See, that's why you need help. Thank you, Richie. I was saying thank you and you're awesome and all that good stuff. Okay. Next person we have is Peep Squawk. Is this another new peep? New peep? Unmute yourself, darling. Right. Don't be doing like
Pip
me.
Squawk.
Pip Squawk.
Named after him.
After the awesome. Thank you so much for coming tonight. Please take the mic when you're ready.
Thank you for having me. I'm gonna try something new.
New shit.
Breathe. Small mouth, crooked teeth, a small piece of tape between frenulum, just beneath bottom lip. My voice is small, my frame is slight, but the message, who will hear me? My mouth is small, my teeth are crooked. Breathe. But I remember. Breathe. Put your face in the water. Blow bubbles. Breathe. Next, submerge your head. Hold your breath. Breathe. Peeps creak screech. Sunrise greenhouse windows awakening the snoring father. Breathe. My mouth is small. My teeth are crooked. Breathe. The bedroom door bursts open, enraged at my imaginary crying. Breathe. I remember rehearsed lessons on blowing bubbles, holding breath. Breathe. The pillow is snatched from under my head. Time it right. Breathe. Take a big breath. A small mouth, crooked teeth. Turn quickly to the side. Hold. Breathe. Small voice. Who will hear? Fat, heavy hands. Smash. Pillow with all fat weight, crushing tiny ear cartilage so painfully. Breathe slowly. Quietly. Breathe. Pretend to struggle. Grab. Smashing arms. Clawing, scratching, pinching. Breathe silently. Pretend to grow weaker. Drop your hands. Lower. Scratch lightly. Breathe. Flop arms like lead to the mattress. Breathe. Flop and flail. Feign a seizure in my crib. Breathe. Cycle, repeat. Breathe. My mouth is small. My teeth are crooked. Breathe. I tape my lips together in the center with a slender piece of surgical tape. Breathe. The radio program says this will train me to breathe correctly. Breathe through my nose. Breathe. In Mark Twain's The Mysterious Stranger. Breathe. A mysterious child molds deliberately misshapen figures out of clay. Breathe. He is 11. I am 3. Breathe. The mysterious stranger breathes life into the mouths and noses of clay creatures with deliberately distorted limbs. Breathe. My 11-year-old brother uses his forearm to choke me from behind. Breathe. The mysterious stranger laughs at the struggles of hobbled creations. Breathe. My brother says we are playing. He's training me to turn my head to the side so my airway is protected. Breathe. He chokes me repeatedly, but I breathe. Small mouth, crooked teeth. We evolved to have smaller airways. Breathe. 23. My new husband assumed my brother's place behind me. Breathe. As he crushes his forearm to my neck, I turn my head. Breathe. It doesn't work. I pass out. Breathe. Cycle, repeat. small mouth, crooked teeth, slight frame, small voice. But who will hear me? But I remember. Breathe. He grabbed me by the ankles. He slapped me back on the back of the legs repeatedly. Breathe. Stop. I will hurt you. Breathe. I reached up, grabbed his balls, and used them to pull myself off the floor. Breathe. He collapsed into the fetal position. Breathe. I offered to take him to the hospital. Breathe. He declined.
Damn.
Wow. That was excellent. It was horrible. It was excellent. Wow. Please share another one with us. Please.
Different flavor. Let me see. Maybe not as polished, but it's short, so it'll fit. Lemon. Solitary lemon. Hanging low on stunted bush. Perfect target for dog. Perfect target for landlord. The lone lemon nourished generations, multitudes, a plethora, a plague of rats. Lemon, landlord, rats.
Wow. Oh, Miss Peep Squad, tell us how we can support you and follow you, love.
I'm laying low. I'll be back.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm staying underground for now.
Awesome. I really appreciated your pieces. And that first one, that takes I just want to thank you for writing that and opening up about that. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for that.
You're welcome.
New peeps. I don't know why I keep muting myself. Okay, sorry. Okay. Next we have Miss Sandy Shake. Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. What's up, girl? How are you? Okay.
Hey.
Take the mic when you're ready, sweetie. This awesome.
Okay, I'm testing right now. Is the volume okay? Yeah, all right, cool. What's up, everybody? Okay, so I'm gonna be a little goofy today because it's necessary, and we are gonna be colorful as part of this damn revolution, whether or not 2020 wants it. We are. We're gonna bring Christmas home. So here we go. On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me paper mask with some Hennessy. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 tacos and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 Clorox wipes, 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 5 chicken wings, 4 Clorox wipes, 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 selfie slaying, 5 chicken wings, 4 Clorox wipes, 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 7 ceviche and aguachile, 6 selfie slaying, 5 chicken wings, 4 Clorox wipes, 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 8 Milky Way, 7 ceviche swimming, 6 selfie slaying, 5 chicken wings, 4 Clorox wipes, 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 9 TikTok dances, 8 Milky Way, 7 ceviche swimming, 6 selfie slaying, 5 chicken wings, 4 Clorox wipes, 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 10 Warrangies wrapping, 9 TikTok dances, 8 Milky Way, 7 ceviche swimming, 6 selfie slaying, 5 chicken wings, 4 Clorox wipes, 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 11 political memes for thinking, 10 Warrangies wrapping, 9 TikTok dances, 8 Milky Way, 7 ceviche swimming, 6 selfie slaying, 5 chicken wings, 4 Clorox wipes, 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some Hennessy. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 Meg White strumming, 11 political memes for thinking, 10 Warrangies rapping, 9 TikTok dances, 8 Milky Way, 7 ceviche swimming, 6 selfie slaying, 5 chicken wings, 4 Clorox wipes, 3 French fries, 2 tacos, and paper mask with some bomb Hennessy. That is all.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Complete mask and Hennessy and some slaying ass selfies. Okay, that was brilliant.
I need some food, obviously.
Anyway, do you have another piece you want to share with us, Lovey?
No, because I am out of breath.
I know that's right. Hell, I just sung the song 12 times. Thank you, babe.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. That was everything. That was awesome. We really appreciate it. We were here jamming.
Have a safe Christmas, and I love you all. Thank you for
Love you too,
having
Mama.
me.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. We will have a good Christmas. Virtual Christmas. Anyway. All right. Next we have is Fist to Cuffs in the building. Says Mr. Abraham. How you doing, sir? Are you a new peep as well? You're on mute, sweetie.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am a new peep. How are you guys?
New peeps. Hey, where you coming from?
I'm from Jersey, actually. So it's been a bit of a long night.
Yeah. Just pull it in all night. Heck yeah, well, grab the mic when you're ready, sweetie. Go ahead.
All right. I actually, I'll do 2 pieces here. One is, the first one's a little bit shorter, but this is called Monolith. And this poem is about the weight of experience, especially when it comes to relationships. You know, you can't unlearn something. And that's what this poem is about. She crosses my mind often, mostly in the dead of night, long after I've come home and hung the weight of the day on this coat rack. I lie here, pressing my thoughts against the tapestry of what was once a blank ceiling. And I lie here, staring into the abyss of knowing one thing for certain. I've been here, maybe not with her, but definitely here. My hands pressed against this monolith, unmovable. The weight of experience is too heavy to ignore. She is dangerous. Though these lovesick eyes know better than to get lost for too long in her gaze. Yet while I am here, she is a flare. A burning sun so distant, her shine is of smoldering ambers, staring back at me in the thick of night. That's it for that first poem. So speaking of fire, this next poem is called By the Fire. And this is kind of Actually, this is new shit. So this is a new poem I just finished a couple of days ago that I haven't really performed. Oh shit, yeah.
New shit.
So I've actually never performed this anywhere. I've just only maybe posted up on my Instagram.
Exclusive new shit?
Yeah. So this is called By the Fire. Her name was Autumn, and we happen to have meddlesome friends on both our ends. A matchmaking lot eager to plot a pivotal moment to capture like a screenshot of a rom-com they've written out for us. Under the guise of good friends, getting to know new friends, under a star-studded sky, within the refuge of a campfire, we waited. Burnt cherry wood filled the air with an old world magic as she slowly appeared. Moving closer from the cover of night, we caught each other's eyes piercing through the fire like two wolves in the dark. We introduced ourselves, then slowly removed ourselves to a quiet spot by the fire. Feeling inspired by the tender nature of her spoken word, I've never known what it is to fall until meeting Autumn. The color of her leaves fall to their own song, swaying in the wind to an ancient melody, rumbling within the ether of this moment between us, painting the earth beneath us a brilliant red and gold under a star-studded sky, as we learn to hold the other's hand by the fire. The end.
Well, thank you for that, Mr. Abraham. Fits to cuff.
Yeah, that's my IG handle.
Yeah,
so I'll post that up here.
Tell us how we can follow you and support you.
Sure. You can follow me on Instagram at fists_2_cuffs. Essentially, it's a play on the very old school term of going fisticuffs, meaning exactly. Like I like to kind of think I'm into a lot of different things. I'm into motorcycling, photography, poetry, and I'm a very firm believer as we get older as humans, we need to find different tools to express ourselves. Poetry just happens to be one of mine, among other things. So.
Oh, it's all over the world.
Yeah, but I'll post that in the chat here. And thank you for having me.
Thank you, new peeps. Thank you for coming and hang out. Hope we see you again soon. Thank you so much. And good night, Lee. Saying goodnight to me for everybody. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. Thank you guys for sticking with us tonight. And okay. Next, we have another one of my poet friends that has been a big support and just great COVID poet friends. COVID poet, it's not even supposed to rhyme. Anyway, this is Didactic. Y'all welcome him to the stage, please. Woo, 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 woo. This is a new peep. Woo, woo, woo.
Peep.
New peep. Hi there. Please first of all, thank you so much for supporting me tonight and coming by the mic. And please take the mic when you're ready.
No problem. I love poetry, man. Poetry takes you to the most interesting places, and it's awesome. I got some good stuff I want to share, and I think I'll start with I think one of my smoothest poems I like to kind of get me warmed up. It's old to me but new to you guys. So it goes like this. Roses are red, and I never saw violet. Decisions from my past treated my future so violent. I'm silent, thinking about you giving me time. It's like a first chance and a second chance at the same time, more so a second. I'll never forget it. The time you chose to give me more than 2.5 seconds, so I'm gonna take to your heart like a gardener, planting the seeds in the soil of your soul. This time, hopefully the love will grow slow. I'm smart enough. Your beauty can motivate a man to work hard enough to accomplish anything. The ring and the wedding wouldn't even begin to describe our love. We can rent planes and write it in the sky. We can become philosophers and write books on how or why I want you to. Feel the basic comfort a woman should. The ability to love and trust without fear. And that day may be far away, but on today, it's never been so near. That's that piece. Appreciate that. And also, I want to dedicate this next one to all the poets. You know, just being in the hospital with COVID the last week of March, and you know, being severely sick and coming back, I had to get out and share my gift. So I wrote this piece. It's called "This Moment Is Yours." This moment is yours. You ain't got to window shop or fantasize about how much you can have it for. You ain't got to check your credit score. You don't need a co-sign or a bank loan. You don't need any help. You can get this moment all on your own. Maybe you think you can't afford it. You renting out this moment to the past because the present is too expensive. But you don't owe nobody's shit. This moment is a God-given gift. And I can't wait till you show up, but I'll wait. Because boy, when that perspective shift, grab hold of it. Because this moment is yours. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Love, poet love, poet love, poet love. Heck yeah. Thank you, Carlo, man. Poets need poems too, you know? So thank you for that, man. Thank you for your contribution and for hanging out. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I want to do one more before I go, if there's room for, you know.
Go ahead.
All right.
What do you think?
So this is the last piece that second to last piece I ever wrote, but it's kind of like when I wrote it, I didn't know what it meant, and then the meaning just opened up to me, and you know I loved it, and so you know never second guess what you do. That's what I meant to talk about it a little bit. You know, very short. It goes like this. Your smile is a writing prompt, and I have no pen. But the words of this piece never leave my mind, and this poem has no end. I went live in real life and never realized that I was dead. The universe recorded this post in an intergalactic social media, and I hear snaps from other worlds. That's that piece.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Autodidactic. Tell us how we can follow you and support you, love.
Well, I'm mainly on IG, you know, Autodidactic 718 on IG. You can follow me there. Do some lives. On Facebook is Frank Freedom. You know, got a lot of stuff up and coming. You know, so definitely I love poetry. I love giving feedback. So hit me up. You know, it's a pleasure to meet you guys and hear from you. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, man. Thank you for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Heck yeah. Okay. Next.
That was cool.
What's up, Dan? Hey, Dan.
Sorry I'm late. Well, I'm going to do freestyle if you could squeeze me in.
Yeah, Dan, we'll add you.
In just a sec. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Put yourself on mute, Dan.
Got it. I'm on it.
Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out. This next poet is one of my good poet buddy friends. And I'm just so grateful. I haven't heard him spit in a while. I think he's been here before. So it's been a while. So he's not a new peep, but it's been a while. So, but anyway, this
This is my poet brother right here. So y'all give it up. His name is Poetry. And I'm so grateful you came through tonight, Lovey. Please take the mic and take the mic when you are ready. I know, I just saw you in here.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, hold on. I'm trying to. Hello, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, my bad.
Hi there, there's that smile. How are you?
How you doing? Thank you for letting me come on the show. Tonight I'm gonna do 2 pieces out of my book that I just published. They're new pieces because I usually only go to my go-to Felicia's and Kane. So I'm gonna do 2 new pieces today out the book. So bear with me, and here we go.
New published shit.
Say it again.
New published shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
New shit.
Here we go. This first one is called I Am a Poet. I am a poet built from the dirt. I am a poet who had to learn his worth. I am a poet who had to understand the importance of my work, but being built off dirt is not easy. Believe me, you have to learn how it feels to be stepped on, played with, tricked, sold on the idea I could be a magnificent castle built with no hassle, no upcoming delays. Forever, I believed I would stay until that day I would lose that trust. All it took was somebody not paying attention and crushed. It was that easy to break me, understanding I had no foundation, no pillars to hold me up. Just in a split second, I lost my luck. I am a poet who had to learn my worth. See, from being dirt to understanding my possibilities took a lot of work, not just time. They had to change the thought process in my mind. When you have nothing and you're used to getting stepped on, coming across a liquor and justifying why you could do that crime or things you will never forget. Being told you're a king doesn't always mean you believe these things. So what they did was they sat me down, making me look at images in my background. And what I found, I was made to be strong. Withstanding emotional trauma, I was meant to last long. Whatever the obstacle, we was gotta move on. However you do it, because grandpa used to sing old spiritual songs. Grandma used to say, put your face in that book. You could start with songs. Finally realizing my body was made to withstand storms. It was told to me when the doctor cut my umbilical cord, he informed my mom the importance of me being born. I am a poet understanding the importance of my work. Never underestimating the power behind my words. Yes, I heard the saying, sticks and stones could break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Lies. Kids getting bullied over the internet, not physically touched, but committed suicide. Sometimes poets don't know when we are on stage, we hold your lives, reading off words we write on these blue lines. My responsibility as a poet is to say what's in my dome, whether it be a love poem or I hate you, I want to break up poem. I'm standing in front of you, here's my heart poem. What I'm trying to say is I'm needed because I am a poet. Thank you. That's the first one.
Wow. Yes, you are.
And this is the next one. It's called Nightmare. So here we go. I'm in this convenience store. $7.50 was all I needed to get out the dough. Swishers and backwoods so we could roll our dro. The homie grabbing snacks for the effects, you know. He told me a situation he had to end on a low. It had to do with a Draco and the extended mag he had to let go. See, my homie from the city where they say got red snow. TV news captures the gritty, folk mourns the ones that's no mo. He told me the story, no questions were asked. They thought he was lacking. His buddy was the first thing he grabbed. Not thinking of any consequences, everything happened so fast. Someone's son or brother was left in the grass. It might end up on the news, but the police won't catch his ass. They caught him once. He said, it'll never happen again. Next thing that came out my mouth, nigga, you better protect your daughter. I don't want another black girl growing up without a father. Living in the concrete jungle, it's hard to survive. Do what you got to do, but your fam needs you alive. In his heart, he tries to be a better person. His ears here is not working. Different folk go through different trials, shaking the mic and Xbox down the candy aisle. Where did these niggas come from? They running through the stove. One of them said, yeah. Run, bro, run, thinking why my body froze. They ducking, they bleeding, my feet won't lift off the floor. Busting around the corner, he slips. 2 niggas in front of him. Oh shit, trigger squeezing, people screaming. Trigger squeezing, people screaming. He got a daughter. People still screaming. The trigger still squeezing, people still screaming. I'm still thinking he got a daughter. His pops wasn't around. He just wanted to be a better father. His mind is racing. He wanted to, it's my fault. His mind is racing, looking around, where these niggas go? Why is my brother on the floor? My brother was looking at me, his eyes were speaking, I was right. In the end, he never wanted to be taken from my daughter's life. Y'all give me a second chance, I'll push harder and fight to be the one to give my all so my circle will be all right. No one losing sight, it can't be fair to be the one to give my all so my circle will be all right. He losing sight, no one is here. I'm sorry. Something called to be the one to give my all so my circle will be all right. He losing sight. Why is no one here? No sirens going off. This can't be fair. My eyes are open, looking around my room, reaching for my phone. Wait, why am I tripping? Why am I sweating off a fucked up nightmare? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Tell us how we
Outstanding.
Somebody kept calling me. I was like, why you doing that?
You did good. We did good. We followed you. Tell us how we could follow you and support you. Poetry. Drop that mic, poetry.
You can follow me on Instagram at TLK Poetry. On Facebook, you can follow me at TLK Poets. Like I said, I just ran out of physical copies for my book. So if you want a digital copy of my Poetry's Poesy Volume 1 Scattered Thoughts, you can email me, DM me, and let me know. And I appreciate it, Miss Poet Khan, for even giving me the platform to be doing what I do. So I appreciate you.
Yes. Awesome.
Too, Reggie.
You know, when we keep our pen, life has taken us and turned us upside down, and we hold on to our pen. That's everything, you know. So I want to encourage y'all for that, and love on y'all for that, for staying writing, even though regardless of what we're going through. Yes. So, can I, Greg, we have an open spot, and I just want to kind of put you on the spot real quick, Greg, if you'd like to share something, if you hear me. If not, okay. It's fire. No? Okay. All right. He'll come back. Okay. Well,
what about me?
Well, we got you. Yes. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. How's everybody doing tonight? I apologize. I just got off work and I was hauling ass home. So I'm going to do some freestyling this time. I know this year's Christmas. We're approaching Christmas, but there's something I want to wish. I know this year's different because of the lousy, crappy coronavirus to hell. That's because I blame the coronavirus for all this things that's thwarted our plans. Yeah, well, now it thwarted a lot of things. So yeah, because we don't have a choice but to take cover. We gotta do what we gotta do. But luckily for our mask, like we're wearing, I had to use it to wear it outside because it's cold as hell, if you know what I mean. Well, I know this year's different. Well, we can't. I don't feel like traveling at all. And even if the coronavirus does not exist, I would still work at Goodwill. Yeah, but yeah, everything's different this year. It has changed us, and yeah, lots has changed. Everything's changed, and we don't know how long we'll be out in the woods to celebrate Christmas. But like normally, every usual day, like how I miss going to Florida, seeing my sister and my nephew and my brother-in-law. Yeah, well, I miss that. But even though we still have to work, but I realize we're still good for the holidays. It's nice to be home for the holidays sometimes, but if you want to go for a vacation, you want to see some loved ones at Christmas, yeah, go right ahead. But now's not the good time. But even though I'm praying for next year, yeah. Nice to meet you, Poetry. All right, and yeah. I wish we still celebrate Christmas like a joyous occasion like last year, but we can't. Now this year, still gotta take cover. And well, but at least we're praying for next year though. I know it's a long road ahead of us. We don't know how long we'll be out of the woods, but we gotta have faith though. But we could still celebrate Christmas like it's a joyous occasion. Well, only by yourself. Well, nice to meet you, man. Good night. Well, and the only thing I wish the 3,000 people, those who lost their lives due to COVID, I wish they were here celebrating the Christmas with their families. But they're in spirit. I wish some I know who would be here celebrating with their families, like Armand Aubrey, Breonna Taylor, Elijah McClain, Roshar Brooks, and yes, George Floyd. I wish they were here. I wish they were here at home celebrating Christmas with their families. Yeah, well, but I know this year's different. But as we approach the end of the year, we gotta pray that there's a chance we could turn this thing around. Hopefully, we can get back to our normal lives. But we gotta do what we gotta do is to keep wearing our masks, keep on social distancing, keep on washing our hands, and keep dodging the coronavirus. But I'm praying for next year. But we don't know how long we'll be. But we gotta have faith. It's still a long road ahead of us. So, yeah, thank you, Audio Tactic 718. Yeah. Oh well. So, okay. I will have something for a review over 2020 next week. But I want you guys have a safe and Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys next year. All right, back to you, Khan.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Heck yeah, we're gonna have us a yes. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Khan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richie.
Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Well, I checked in to see if anybody else wanted to share something tonight. We am, as you say it, am, but we haven't said anything back, so that's okay. Okay. So I want to, if I could, can I share something before you close us out, Richie? So
absolutely, go for it.
Awesome. Actually, since we on the line of the solstice, let me get some of this. Okay. You know what? Actually, no, I really want to read this one. Okay, so this is dedicated. I'm sure she's not in here anymore, but this is dedicated to Miss Donna Snyder. She's my poetry mama mentor. She's always giving us advice and telling us how and where, and so I wrote this in one of her workshops. It says, I don't know where our discord began, where you felt the idea of not, but you are supernova, juggernaut. You create a way when there is not. There you are, sowing old
fabrics, creating newfound patterns out of nothing. Something tall, strong, never meant to rot. Supernova, juggernaut. That's who you are. Love. Yes, so that's some poet love to y'all. You are supernova, juggernaut. And I got those words from Miss Donna. She gave me, I love that about her. Her poetry is always class in session. You gotta sit down, break it down, take it down. But she's wonderful. Okay, and the dark times. I call this germinate. Time to germinate, procreate, formulate a plan down to the detail. How are we to get out of this hell? No light, no tunnel, no wall to follow, no voice to echo back in reflection. Just an intent, explicit, hollowed perfection. The birth of a rhyme. This is the dark times, baby. So we conquer diction. We gather a matter of words to encourage comprehension. He says, at least COVID took school away. I laugh. We were already headed down an unprecedented path. Wrath, English and math, 5-year-olds sending emails, oh hell. Nail me to the cross for what I cannot do. In a dark pot, bruise the stew. I acknowledge the cue of a strange hue. Somehow find the strength to follow through, to allow the germination process. It's the dark times, baby. Nothing left to do but to welcome darkness and the new you. And I'm gonna just plug me right here real quick if I can. Okay, I have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, ABC123. I'll put all that in there. This means everything to me, man. This is novel. This is gonna be our first virtual holiday at Christmas, and I so appreciate us just putting in the pot, putting joy, putting encouragement, laughter. You know, we call this what we want it to be, and we call it a lot of things, but we can also call it joyful and thankful and happy and grateful, you know. So sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, pour a drink, and we're gonna get through this. But thank you, man. Thank you for tonight. Thank you for all of y'all for sharing your space with us. To the new peeps, to the old peeps, to Richie. Thank you, Richie, man. Thank you for seeing the importance of this and being passionate behind it. And I appreciate it so much. Thank you for letting me, giving me this to share with you tonight. I appreciate that. And you guys can follow me on Instagram. I am the poet Khan Rass Fiyaa. I'll put that in there. Also, I'm on Facebook, Erica Tilly. And we're gonna close the night out with some Richie Marufo. Hey, so I am seeking the services and having the name of Richie Marufo on my book. So I'm seeking him for editing my book, and that's gonna go into place, and that's gonna blow my mind. I'm going to bless Richie financially. So however you would like to help me so I can put some money in the man's pocket, because he deserves it, please, and thank you for that. And without further ado, a 1 and a 2. Richie!
Yeah, that was awesome. Awesome drum solo. Yeah, no, thank you for that. And I'd love to know the pockets of your investors. What's going on here? No, that's awesome. I'm definitely down to help. So we'll link up on that. I have nothing today to share. It's been a rough last couple of days, so I'm just happy to sit here and listen to everyone, and Erica to be able to help me with hosting. That's such a help. So I can just sit back and enjoy. So I do want to thank everyone who joined us once again, like always, and I do want to thank everyone who joined us for the first time. I do hope you come back. If you guys want to get up earlier on the list, especially if you guys are on the East Coast, I definitely encourage you guys to follow us online. The Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and on all those channels, we post the sign-up sheet where you can click it and fill it out. I do want to thank you guys for sticking around, those of you who did. Either way, we're here every Monday. We're getting ready to wrap up 2020. It has been such a damn year, but we're making it through, and this is our way of. It's been fun to see a community form out of this, and so we hope you stick around. As always, I'm just gonna go ahead and we are gonna have like an after stream party. So we'll go ahead and end the YouTube live. You guys are watching YouTube, don't forget to click like, and share it with someone who might enjoy it. I hope you guys have a good night. For the live stream, I'll go ahead and say peace, and if you guys want to go ahead and say bye to everyone too, make some noise. Bye, everyone.
Woo woo! Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
That's right.
Good night, everybody.
That's right. Awesome.